Well, and this is a tremendous turnout. Many of the runners were looking for good performances, but then a lot of them were just working off the excesses of the revelries over the holiday season. Once again, George Hamilton and Catherine Davis are your commentators.
Today, perfect conditions for running this 8th running of the Sunday World 10K. Always attracts a sizable field to the Phoenix Park. Around 650 involved in this. In the middle of the front row there, Olive Bollard, who must be strongly fancied to win the ladies section of the event, wearing number 764. And Harry Gorman just keeping them in order before the off. 10 kilometres around the Phoenix Park on New Year's morning, an energetic way to start the 1990s. And off they go.
Martin Flynn taking it up there, just making sure that he keeps an eye on who's going. And we're up on the main road now. That's Chris Keeling in the black and Martin Flynn leading.
Martin Flynn, last year's winner of this event, currently coaching at Clemson University in South Carolina. It was a tough old race for him last year. Interesting to see how it pans out this time.
There's a man who could figure in the vets category. That's Keenan from London Irish and Mullingar. There's Adam Jones, though, keeping an eye on him. And there from Tullamore Harriers, it's Jim Langan.
On the first lap, and already the field well strung out. Some have been celebrating, I should think, a little more than others.
Colin Carl and Ginny Whelan from St. Albans. And I think, yes, there's Anya Lynham, and probably one of the leading ladies.
Takes all sorts to take part in an event like this. But even his own mother would recognise that man.
Maybe that's why he's incognito today.
Now, this is the serious end of the business. Martin Flynn in front, leading Tommy Jordan from Slieve Wee Rovers down there in County Wexford.
Tommy, at one stage, led the Dublin City Marathon there 2 months ago. He led for the first 10 miles. So he's obviously not going to lack stamina. But I think Martin might just have too much strength and pace for him over this distance.
A little further back, Toddy Flynn in there, the Tipperary man running the colours of Raheny Shamrocks.
Well, for some, I'm feeling fine. It's a great day for it. Great way to start a decade. No way.
Seems relaxed enough about it, as indeed does our leader, Martin Flynn, coming up to the Ordnance Survey now. And look at that for a gap.
It's a tremendous gap, even in a 10k race at this stage, because I think we would be heading up to the 4-mile mark at this stage. Unfortunately, the authorities who allow people to run races in the park have decided that you've got to only run on if you're going up the main road to the left, you must run all your races there. It takes away from races because you can't go up and down the back road. And this is Toddy Flynn, the man from Tipperary, a man with a tremendous amount of talent, but I always feel he doesn't harness it quite correctly. He's been missing from the scene, but he came back there early on in December. And this is young Seamus Barry. Now, Seamus, he's out in East Tennessee. It's his first year out there, and I think there's great things expected of him.
Brandon Doyle just coming down the hill behind him.
And this looks like the leader in the women's race, Olive Bollard, and Joe Cooper there, shielding her. Olive, who always runs well when she's well protected by the fellas, seems to be able to pace herself much better, coming back off injury.
5-mile marker in a 10k race, so there's not very far to go, just over 6 of course is 10k, and Martin Flynn is really in control, though this is where it will hurt, up what they call the Khyber Pass.
The Khyber Pass is reckoned to be about 3/4 of a mile, all uphill. It's a drag. You think you're halfway up there, and then you look up ahead, and there's another drag to go. Although I think at this stage there's no danger of Martin being caught. He's got such a cushion.
And the finishing line approaches, and Martin Flynn, a convincing winner, a much more convincing victory than last season, though perhaps the field wasn't as strong. He had 12 seconds to spare last year. This year, 51 seconds over Tommy Jordan in second place. And behind him comes Toddy Flynn. And fourth to finish is Brendan Doyle from Wicklow. First of the ladies home, Olive Bollard, and she too with a very good finishing time, well ahead of her nearest rival, who should be Anya Lynham. And that's Anya, second placed. That's what they've been battling for, a medal for every finisher in the 10K, presented by the president of Dublin City Harriers, the organising club, Jimmy Healy. And here's the winner.
It was a good race, and you know, I'm in good shape now. I'm coming home from the States, and I would have liked to have, you know, a tougher competition here, but you know, it's New Year's Day and lots of, you know, people may not always show up. But you know, to run under 30 minutes on your own is tough, and I was pleased with that.
Start off the decade, isn't it?
Yes, because I haven't run now since September. I had a pulled hamstring, so it's my first race back. So it's very pleased.
A good return.
Good return. Yeah.
Well, I think yesterday's the day you decide when you're going to run this race or not, and that, you know, something has to go, either a big New Year's Eve or you won't be able to run today. So yeah, I made up my mind if I was running today, I'd have to take it easy down Longford last night.
No hurry now.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's great. It's the best way to get rid of the hangover.
Do you feel better now than you did?
Oh, yeah. The headache is gone and everything. Marvellous cure for the hangover.
Staying back next year.
Oh, yeah.
The last 2 miles, it seemed to be all hills going up to the sky.
What about the Khyber Pass? Was that fun?
Oh yeah, that was a killer. A killer. I was about to give up.
That Khyber Pass is a killer. Anything but that. It's a tough run. You know, there's the hairpins on the Khyber Pass. I wish they'd let the runs up the main road on the park again. The Guinness's half marathon and all. You have to go 3 times up the hairpins. It's too, you know, it's more enjoyable if they put them on the main road.
Congratulations.
Dare say Martin Flynn enjoyed it all right for the second year in a row victory, and this time the margin considerable, 51 seconds from Tommy Jordan, with Toddy Flynn in third. And while the presentations are going on, well, the runners are still coming in. Olive Bollard receiving her trophy, 92 seconds to spare over Anya Lynham. And look who's third, Catherine Davis.
Yeah.